so late. Right now it's like 4:30 and then my flight leaves at 5:50. The gate closes at 5:10 and I'm like I only have 30 minutes to get in. And I have to check in bag, I have to go to security. I'm so late right now. Oh my god. I checked my bag. It has been a while that I heard this question. I have to share it with you, but let me go through security first. Right now it's like 4:40. I have 30 minutes to get in. The gate is about to open in 30 minutes, so I gotta go. All right, so I'll tell you the story, what he asked about it. This is a little bit ridiculous, but let's see. Oh, thank God Boston airport is so small. I gotta go. I passed the security check in 10 minutes. That was really quick. Looks like a lot of people don't go. I don't know where the traffic came, but let me go to the gate and I'll tell you the story what happened. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit, that was intense. It's 4:50 right now. I left my house 3:20 and then it took 1 hour. 1 hour from my house to the airport. Usually it takes about like 30-40 minutes, but it takes 1 hour. So inside of the taxi Uber, I was like, holy shit, am I gonna be so late? And I was imagining today's Friday too. Never fly out on Friday or weekends. It's crazy. And you know how Bostonians they drive? They drive crazy. So I do not suggest to drive in Boston to the airport on weekend or Friday. Gate opens at 5:10, right? And then I arrive airport at 4:30. I went to check-in area and then there's a German guy and then he saw my passport. He saw this passport, right? Republic of Korea. And then he was looking at it, right? He was just like this. I'm like, okay, is this something wrong? What is he looking at? And then he asked, is this South or North Korean passport? I'm like, oh my God. Literally, I haven't heard of this question 10 years ago. I was in Utah and then people were asking, like jokingly, are you from South or North? I'm like, you stupid bitch. I'm from South Korea. Which North Korean can come here in the US? It's fair. He's German. He doesn't know. Like, what if I ask you, are you from Southwest Germany or East Germany? Would you get offended? Would we get offended? I'm like, this is South. This is South Korean passport. And then he's like, you don't need visa for this? You don't need a visa? And I'm like, no, I don't need visa. I'm South Korean, right? It has been a long time that I heard this, you know. So I was like, little bit nostalgic. And then he's like, how long are you gonna stay in Nice? I'm like, 1 week. But I don't think you are the one who's asking about this, right? Check-in service people asking how long will I be staying here? Like, are you a security? No. Like, this is definitely a South Korean passport, and South Korean, thankfully, we don't need a visa for the European entry. Oh my God. And then I didn't even want to argue because I was super late. I'm like, just take my bag, right? And then I check in my bag, that was 4:40. And then I immediately ran to the security check. And then thankfully, there are not a lot of people. The Boston, they just recently built a new airport. Security check was really smooth. So here I am. Right now, it's 4:50. I only have 10 or 20 minutes to talk about this. I think the gate is gonna be open soon. So let me talk about how this trip started. This trip, I'm going to France, and then I'm going to Italy and Switzerland. And this trip started. It's so crazy. I'm not even sure if I can survive in this trip, right? Okay, so I think it was like 3 months ago. My team director is like, we got approved team meeting, so in September let's go in France site, the big site, right? And I'm like, okay, that's good because I really want to go to France. This is work trip, and then they pay for the business trip. And then I'm like, oh, Jang, let's take like 2 weeks. Let's take 2 weeks before the business trip so that we can actually go and travel to Europe, and then you can come back to Boston. I go to business trip, right? She's like, sure, yeah, let's get it. And then we bought the ticket. I also asked my mom, like, she always want to go to Europe. So I'm like, okay, mom, like, do you want to come to Europe? I get to go to Europe. Let's go together. Let's travel together. And then like, she has been a little bit sad after my dad passed away. So like, let's do it, right? Let's do a family trip. So I invited my mom. So my mom and Ijang bought the ticket, right? Ijang applied visa. So I'm really thankful that I'm Korean because a lot of countries, when they go to Europe, they have to apply visa. So I don't need a visa, but Ijang has to apply visa, right? She applied the visa, and then we bought the ticket. We have our first night at a hotel reservation, and then we submitted it, right? And then a few weeks later, they mailed the passport back. They were like, oh, we're rejecting your visa request because you didn't provide the 2 weeks, entire 2 weeks hotel reservations. And I'm like, what the f-? Apparently, when you apply tourist visa, you have to provide all the hotel reservations. And I'm like, I didn't know about that. And then like we paid freaking $300 to apply visa. And then Ijang is like, okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna apply visa. No more Europe trip. I'm not gonna go. Sorry, you're gonna go. Have fun with your mom, have fun in the business trip, I'm out, right? I'm like, okay. We tried to appeal it, but they're like, no, you still have to reapply it. I'm like, what the French? Like, if reapply it, we still have to pay $300 more. So adding up, it's like $600. That's basically a flight ticket, right? I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Let's give up. Let's give up on this. I agree with this. She was already on vacation mode that like, if I'm not going to Europe, I'm gonna go to China. So she bought a ticket to China. So right now she's in China for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And then, okay, Ijang is out, right? And then my mom invited my brother, so it's like 3 of us trip, right? I'm like, okay, that's still fine. And then 2 months ago, suddenly, out of nowhere, the director just canceled all the trip. Like, hey, you guys need to cancel the trip because senior manager, they're like, oh, we have to cancel all the business trip because of the budget issue. Now I have to cancel my ticket and I have to buy my own ticket and meet my mom and brother there. There's so many shit going on right now. There's another incident that my brother accidentally canceled his flight. I asked him, hey, because my flight is canceled, hey, can you check if your flight can be canceled too? And then he accidentally pressed the cancel the flight and then it actually canceled it. And then he could demand the 0.8 mileage back or like get the refund back, but like he was too timid to do it. There were so many problems with this trip, so I'm a little bit afraid. I'm a little bit afraid of this trip, so we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna have a sandwich and then get on the flight.
Bad traffic ain't a waste of time. When you were there to hold my hand, but I've had it with the 405 since you said I'd missed my last chance. But I know that you've been asking about me.
So right now it is 8:28 in Frankfurt, and in Boston it's 2:30 a.m. right now. I'm way too tired. The I can't even speak. It was so small. It's almost like a spirit. It was so small that I couldn't really sit. I was scrolling my phone and I realized I didn't plan anything for this trip. So what I did was I only made a reservation for the hotels and I didn't plan anything, literally. So I am actually gonna plan for the trip starting now. Let me plan. I feel better after I plan. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so I just made the entire plan. It took about 2 hours. No ChatGPT help. I manually went to Google Map and trying to find the hidden places to go. I look so tired. Anyway, look at this. This is my schedule. Hour by hour, 2 hours. Every 2 hours, day by day, I have this schedule. Okay, this is pretty J. Now I feel a little bit safer. Now I know what to do, and I found some very interesting events to attend to. So we're gonna do that. Now I can go to airplane and then sleep really well. I'm so tired. I'll see you guys in Nice.
엄마는 몰랐다니까. 엄마는 진짜 유시